Amy Medford with Medford Knife and Tool. Good afternoon to you. It's Friday afternoon. Looking forward to the weekend. We are officially in the holiday season. You said you wouldn't do this. Oh, you're so full of it. You know you want to say hi. Oh my God. That was so rude. I know.
Like I'm gonna walk through like that.
I know.
How you doing, sweetheart?
Good.
What's going on?
Let's talk about pure blades here.
Pure blades.
Where's mine?
Ooh, they got a green one?
They did.
Ooh, that's sexy.
I know. One of the only, I think one of the two that made it through the first round.
Very first ones to get out of here.
Yeah.
Mmm. 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 They make an authoritative,
Good too.
like even for a button lock, they make
I
an
know.
authoritative clunk, which I really dig.
Well, I hope the crimson happens. That'll be nice.
The crimson is, there's no hoping about it. That's happening.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
What's going on? Anything exciting?
No, just the usual. It's a Friday. I'm looking forward to the weekend.
Yeah, I need the weekend. I wish we were on. I wish the whole factory was on 410s. That would be awesome.
I got 4.5 hours of sleep last night.
Roxanne, I looked over her this morning on the way to school, and Roxanne was like this.
Those kids can't
The
take
kids, they want to stay up and hang out with us, you know. And we're like, all right, well, you know, we're gonna be sleeping in the morning. But I got them. I made lunch for them. I made breakfast for them. They were all squared away. They're good to go.
Nice.
I'm gonna go interview somebody, and then I
Hopefully
guess
not say the wrong
Gina
thing.
put together a checklist for me. You know, normally what happens is you guys, you put together a checklist of the things you want to cover. What we're doing is we're putting a checklist together of things I should make sure I don't ask. According to Glassdoor, which I guess is some website where you
I've
can...
never even heard of it.
Apparently it's a Glassdoor. You can look through the door, behind the door at a business. Employees or prospective employees or people who applied for a job at a company and didn't get hired. No bias there. It's basically the Yelp for employees where people can go online and complain about companies. So, I don't know. How many people have I interviewed?
Well, can I just say something here?
Yeah.
If I went in for an interview and didn't get the job, I think I'd probably be busy looking for the next job or
Right.
going to my next interview. I probably wouldn't be posting negative things. I'd probably go, God, what did I do wrong and how can I make the next one happen?
Okay.
Anyway. what
So
were you
how
saying?
many interviews do you think I've done?
Total?
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe 300?
I've done 10 this week.
Yeah, probably 300.
Way more.
Okay.
I bet if you look at our files, we have I bet I've interviewed 800 times.
That many times?
In 10 years?
Yeah, okay. All right.
I bet it's close to 800 times.
Could be.
Well, so I've got a couple of complaints. So this one on Glassdoor right now is awesome. It says, and it's from 2 years ago, and it said, I asked if the dude's wife was black.
Mm-hmm.
I asked if he was, and it didn't say I asked if he was gay. It said, I presumptively said something like, you aren't gay, are you? And do you remember what the third one was? It was, how many people have you killed in combat?
Oh, wow. Okay.
So
Trifecta.
it was like the hat trick of and here's the best part. At the end, I offered him a job, and he took the job, and still complained on Glassdoor, because he said he was homeless. So I hired a homeless guy that had a...
I'm trying to think.
So you know what happens? It's kind of funny. So I just thought, I'm going to interrupt. I'm hijacking your thing, and I'm going to let you go.
Okay.
What happens is you have time blocked out of your day. You've looked at a resume on somebody. Everything kind of looks like it's possible. Sometimes it's medium, and you just want to give them a chance because you didn't have 36 respondents. You only had 12.
Right.
So you get them in, you talk to them. Sometimes they're really nervous. A lot of times they're really nervous. They're not very communicative. Their resume doesn't make sense. You start talking to them, they kind of clam up. You can tell they're being nervous. So you try to get them from. You try to have some casual talk with them. You try to just chat about life. You know, you ask them what they do and hey, when you're not working, what do? You get people to relax and talk about their life a little bit. Well, they'll show you their ass. If they've got an ass to show you, they'll show it to you in their comfort zone.
Mm-hmm.
That's the first thing. And second of all, a lot of guys settle down and then they can have a real interview. You've seen me do this a bunch of times.
Yeah.
So it's just like, hey, if I notice, if someone steps right into a good professional interview and they're cranking, I'm like, oh, sweet. Well, we'll move on to the next phase. If they sit down and they have a bad interview, well, I've booked the time, they've driven in, and I don't feel like just sending them away. I feel like it's almost rude. So I try to find some common ground to talk a little bit, and kind of get along with them and see if they can open up. And sometimes you broach subjects that are not traditional interview subjects.
Right.
So when I've had a conversation like that, it's because somebody interviewed like shit and they just drove here 22 minutes, and 2 minutes into the interview, I'm done with them. So I try to open them up a little bit, and I've had some wins out of that. We've got 2 guys here in the factory, I can tell you right now, interviewed horribly, and then I poked them a little bit in the interview, and they blossomed up, and then I was like, oh, yeah, okay, good. Now I see what I was reading. Makes sense. So, some people just, it's like testing. Some people don't test well. Some people don't interview well. So you've seen me. I try to get a comfort zone. So, you aren't gay, are you? Was this phrase I would say if someone said, let's say a white guy said to me, I had to leave the South because everybody was really prejudiced against me, and they're a white guy. I'd go, well, you aren't gay, are you? And I guess maybe that would be like a natural Greg thing, I'd say. Could you see me saying that?
It would have to be led or prompted for you to say something like that.
In which case I would go, oh, I totally get it. Now, do you think you'd be a good grinder? Like, because I'll get you a pink air breather if you can fucking grind knives,
With no... Yeah.
You know that I have no prejudice about anything like that.
I know. But if you take that one sentence and pull it out...
But if you just pulled it out, I guess maybe I asked somebody if, like to say you aren't gay, are you? Like, I don't have the least bit of animus towards gay. Yeah, it's like I hate gay people.
Right.
That sounds like somebody who's got a political axe to grind against me who assumes that I'm an anti-gay guy, which is really weird. I mean, I'm anti-gay for, like, me in this area, but I don't give a shit about gay. Well, in this area, too. But, like, I'm not anti-gay in the least bit. So weird.
I just filter everything out. Find a happy place.
And then why would I ever ask a dude if he was married to a black girl?
I don't know.
Guy from Atlanta says to me, white guy, had to get out of the South. Whenever I'm out with my wife, people stare at us. I just hate the South. And I would go, oh, are you married to a black girl? Because, like, why else would they stare at you? Maybe they're against interracial marriage. I don't fucking know. I tell you, I was in Dallas last year, and half the goddamn couples I saw were interracial. And I said, oh, pretty progressive of the South here that people bag on Texas. It seemed pretty progressive to me.
Yeah.
So that's the only reason I would ever say that. Not like, well, you aren't married to one of them black girls, are you? I don't fucking care.
Right.
Just such a weird...
any of the questions, and I was in this most recent interview with you, any of the questions that you ask are usually in the vein of just getting information. Like, I don't understand, or,
Yeah, like a lot of times I have to fish because what guys say doesn't line up to
Right.
what they have written down. What was the other one? This one a couple days ago. I was like, yeah, my experience in the Marine Corps was totally different. This guy went in and got job training, and he was some part African American, and I don't know what happened, but he got mad at me because I was short on the phone with him a couple days later because I was just really busy and I had one hand up a machine's ass and I had somebody else.
He called you on your cell phone.
Yeah, he called me on my cell phone. I wiped the oil off my hands. So anyway, it was kind of weird because at some point we had talked about dark greens, which is what we call...
I was in the room with you.
Any guy's Cuban, black, Mexican, or anything who's not lily white in the Marine Corps, about all you dark greens, you all are impervious to the sun. Get some damn sunscreen on your neck because we're going to be out in the field. They would say stuff like that. So, but I was in the infantry. We're pretty thick-skinned. Well, he went in and got job training, and I was cracking up. I was basically sitting there chatting with him. I said, you guys are all smart. I said, the white guys are all lunatics. Every white guy I knew in the Marine Corps basically wanted to kick down doors and shoot bad guys and got no fucking job training. And all the dark greens I knew went in and got like fucking IT training and intel training and missile control training and all this shipborne radar, secret squirrel shit. And all the white guys I knew were just wanted to kick down doors and shoot bad guys. The crazy, just like that line from Full Metal Jacket, the crazy brave and the phony tough or whatever.
I don't know.
Anyway.
Angry bald guys.
Angry bald and beard, right?
Yeah.
See that guy at the gym last night I was talking to? Angry bald and beard. As soon as I talked, he was like, oh, yeah. I'm just so happy that
Somebody just like me.
somebody like me, yeah. So it was just kind of weird. So if you go on Glassdoor, you can see, and it's weird, you guys. Like I really like diversity in the workplace, and we joke about it a little bit because every time I bring in diversity, it ends up.
I know.
It pretty much ends up backfiring, and I never fire anybody. I just kind of let it work out how it's going to play out. But I don't know, it's just kind of weird, and so, what are you going to do? I'm still open-minded and open-hearted, and I give everybody a fair shot, but I'm, guys like this dude, it make me a little nervous.
It makes you tread softly.
It makes me tread a little softly,
yeah.
But, we can't talk about a common experience without someone saying I'm a racist or I was biased. I mean, I got the guy in to try him out at the job. He just wasn't good at the job. What are you going to do?
I know.
So listen, you got a sexy batch of knives. These are headed off to California. Where's Rolling Heights? Do you know? Oh, do you know where that is?
They have 2 stores, and they're both in SoCal. I don't know exactly where, but they do have 2 locations. Pure Blades, they have, I think 2 actual brick and mortar stores in malls, and then they have an internet page as well.
Excellent, excellent. Well, welcome aboard, guys. That's a little sidebar with Greg and Amy here on your inaugural video.
Not inaugural.
It's not inaugural?
No.
Oh, it's not their first time?
No.
How long have they been around? Did Jeff sign them up?
We met them at SHOT Show last year.
Oh, okay.
We signed them up. This is fulfilling I think almost the rest of the order from SHOT Show of last year.
Well, I've seen them floating around because I inspect them all, but
yeah.
I thought it was their first one for some reason, but
nope.
We're delivering quicker than we used to.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah. Okay, well, I'll get out of your hair. See you guys.
Bye. Thanks. A little peek into Greg's world. Thanks, Greg. All right, let's go back to knives now. We've seen enough of his craziness. All right, so this is what Greg was talking about. That is super duper sexy right there. This green color is awesome. Wait till you see the crimson. So they have 1 of each. I believe you can also get these in PVD blade and hardware and clip. So there's 2 ways to get those. They have a 187 flipper in black. Not too many of these floating around anymore. Custom Theseus. This is a combo finish treatment on the blade. It's got a brushed flat. Everything else is tumbled PVD. So down in the recesses, the bevel and the harpoon edge are tumbled PVD. The hardware and clip is PVD. The handles are blue anodized. We have a circular hammered sculpting on the bolster, and then there's pinstriping on this. So not like if you turn it here, you'd say, I don't see any polishing, but if you turn it at a slight angle, you see it's pinstriped. So this has some really cool details on it. I dig it. Proxima, reverse tuxedo almost. The hardware is standard stainless steel, a slim Midi, and a bronze to violet fade. And know that when you get your hands on this and the oils from your skin get on it, the colors will fade a little bit. You can see as I put my thumb on it, the violet turns a little to bronze. A Midi Marauder, a Marauder-H. All right, man, I dig this one. So this has a faced handle and it gives it kind of iridescent, brushed look to it. It's a violet blue color. It's got a hammered fade. Really nicely done. 2 Genesis. The S35 Tumbled Tonto has bronze handles. The second one is 3V Tumbled PVD everything. The hardware is standard stainless steel. Other than that, everything is tumbled PVD. And the last knife on the table is a Praetorian T S35 satin Tonto blade, blue anodized handle and spring. So, another hijacking from Greg, but fun, cool, interesting things to learn from him and all the crazy stuff we deal with. And I'm sure if you have a business yourself that you deal with. But it's what makes it interesting and never a dull moment. So you guys out there, thanks for watching. Keep watching. And until the next time, I'm out.